What are literary devices? Literary devices are techniques and structures writers use to convey their ideas and enhance the effectiveness of their writing. These devices can be used in various forms of literature, including novels, short stories, poems, and plays. Using literary devices, writers create depth, richness, and layers of meaning in their work, engaging readers and evoking emotions. Here are some common literary devices with examples. Simile. A simile is a figure of speech that compares two unlike things using like or as. It helps the reader to visualize and understand something unfamiliar by comparing it to something familiar. Example: her eyes sparkled like diamonds. Metaphor. Similar to a simile, a metaphor also compares two unlike things, but without using like or as. It suggests a resemblance or identification between the two things. Example: the world is a stage. Personification. Personification gives human qualities or characteristics to non-human entities, such as objects, animals, or abstract concepts. It helps to make the writing more vivid and relatable. Example: the wind whispered through the trees. Symbolism. Symbolism uses objects, characters, or events to represent abstract ideas or qualities. These symbols can add depth and layers of meaning to a story. Example: in Nathaniel Hawthorne's novel, The Scarlet Letter symbolizes the sin and shame of the protagonist, Hester Prynne. Alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the same initial consonant sound in a series of words. It creates a rhythmic and musical effect, drawing attention to certain words or phrases. Example: Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Hyperbole. Hyperbole involves exaggeration for emphasis or dramatic effect. It amplifies a statement or idea to create a stronger impact. Example: I've told you 1,000,000 times. Irony. Irony is a contrast between what is expected and what actually happens, often with a humorous or sarcastic effect. It adds complexity and depth to the narrative. Example: a fire station burns down. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a literary technique where the writer hints or suggests future events or outcomes in the story. It creates suspense and anticipation in the reader. Example: a character saying, "I have a bad feeling about this," before something unfortunate happens. Imagery. Imagery refers to using descriptive language and sensory details to create vivid mental images in the reader's mind. It appeals to the reader's senses, making the writing more engaging and memorable. Example: the sun sets over the horizon, casting a warm orange glow across the tranquil sea. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia uses words that imitate or suggest the sounds associated with the objects or actions they refer to. It adds a sense of realism and sensory experience to the writing. Example: the bees buzzed around the flowers. These are just a few examples of the many literary devices writers use to enhance their work. Each device serves a unique purpose, whether creating vivid descriptions, emphasizing ideas, or adding layers of meaning. Skillful use of these devices can make literature more engaging, thought-provoking, and enjoyable for readers.